Yeah, guys. So I've been providing updates on what's going on in the UK at the moment. However, many of these videos I'm sharing have been banned, or a filter has been applied to it. Okay, so it's not getting promoted at all, and the ones that are banned, someone didn't like it and decided just to say that what the information that I was provided was misinformation. However, for those of you that are interested in watching these videos, you can watch them on my YouTube channel as well under the same name. Now, I don't know if you guys are aware, but there are riots in the UK. It seems like everything was ignited by an event that happened last month where an individual um, did unalive three children. Apparently, the media started spreading the rumors that this person was a Muslim person. And then today, they're saying, after proving that they were wrong, they're saying that all of this is due to Russian misinformation. So, actually, the same information they provided to the public, it was actually Russia who provided that information. And it's actually Russia who is inciting all these riots in the UK. So if you guys don't know, around 22 cities have experienced riots from what some people do describe as far right individuals, or the people just describe them as citizens that are not happy with the current situation when it comes to migration and how the government is not even taking care of their needs. Now, before that was pretty much a peaceful protest. I don't know if you remember, but Tommy Robinson went to court and people went outside to protest and to support him. All that was kind of peaceful, right? But then later on, when you have the killing of these three girls, people went out in Blackpool just to destroy a mosque. They destroyed the fence, and I think they set up some fires outside, and everything started to kick off. So these individuals are saying that they want the country back. They are saying that the immigrants are taking the jobs. They are saying that the immigrants are coming to the UK to commit crimes. But obviously, when you look at the statistics in the UK, you notice that the immigrants, they don't form a large majority of the population. There's quite a lot of crime that is not committed by immigrants, anyways. Um, Also, as I say, they're saying that immigrants are taking up the jobs. But when you look at the statistics, you understand that immigrants come to this country to work. Okay, that's fine. If they're saying that they're taking the jobs, because they are taking jobs. Okay. However, the first generation of immigrants that come to the country, I would say the vast majority, not all of them, some of them they come to perform duties in a very high qualified job. Okay, we're talking about surgeons, we're talking about people with the studies back home, and then they're recruited here by a UK company, okay, to work in a high qualified job. Now, but the vast majority, I would say, they come to the UK, and the first generation, they work in like cleaning jobs, they work in restaurants, they work in shopping centers, like cleaning the toilets and things like that. So these people that actually say that the immigrants are taking the jobs, they have to think about what kind of jobs are they talking about. Because if they're talking about cleaning jobs, there are many online. If they're talking about jobs that don't require many skills, which are the jobs that many of the immigrants are taking, well, these jobs are there. British people can also apply for these jobs. Now, having few videos from these protesters, some of them they're not very articulated, and I would say they're a bit confused on the reasons why they are in the protests. They're talking about British culture and British values. And when they ask what is British culture, the response is Christianity. Although not everybody in the UK is a Christian, although Christianity is a religion, when it comes to culture, I would say they want people to assimilate the British culture when they come to this country. Okay. Now, why would they do that? Because if you think about it, the people that come to the UK, they're mainly people that they come from former colonies or from countries that unluckily were bombed by the UK and other allies like the United States, for example. So the whole situation in the country is a mess. There is a war, and they have to come to the country that got involved in the whole affair, which is the UK, US, and other countries. Easy to come to Europe than to go into the US. So obviously, the UK contributed in the war in Iraq and other wars and the destruction of that country. Same thing as Libya. And today, the same thing is happening in Israel. Okay, I'm not going to mention the country that is under attack, but yeah. So you need to expect these people coming in because there are many foreign wars that have been financed by this country, the UK, and these people look for a safe place to stay, right? Now, I'll say that will be the solution to these problems. Stop the wars. Stop foreign intervention in other countries just for the sake of taking the resources, and start trading fairly so these countries can also improve their economies, and it won't be a requirement from them to come in to the UK. Now, when it comes to British culture, they also need to understand that many people that come to the UK, they come from former colonies, and the British people, they were not the best at assimilating these cultures, as they call them, when they went to these colonies. Okay, let's say, for example, Ghana. When they went to Ghana, they did not assimilate the Ghanaian culture. They imposed their culture, they imposed their laws, and they imposed their view of how to see the world. And they also imposed their religion. Okay, we're talking about Christianity here. So now these people, in the modern times, where obviously when it comes to geopolitics and the international order, the UK and the US have pretty much protected themselves, whilst other countries, they destabilize. But we have an economic system, a financial system that benefits these countries, but the ones that are outside, what so many people call the periphery, they didn't benefit from this. Therefore, they're looking for better places to live, and the UK, as a former colonizer, is one of the countries that they decide to come to. When they come here, they bear in mind that the British did not go there and assimilate culture. They imposed the language, they imposed the way of dressing as well, in many cases. And when these people come here, they're like, well, I'm just coming here to work. Okay, so why should I assimilate their culture? And many ask themselves, what is actually British culture? You can't say Christianity. If I'm Christian, that's it. I'm a British now. Not necessarily. Okay, what is culture? For me, culture doesn't mean much because there are many different groups. Okay, what many people would like to call tribes within the UK, within many African countries as well. So it's difficult to understand what culture is. Now, there are many people that are saying that this whole thing is politically motivated. There are political parties that have been involved in basically spreading false information, and this has led to the riots. They even went to a refugee place, where a hotel, Holiday Inn hotel, where they believed the refugees were staying, and they broke into it. We've seen videos of taking people out of cars and jumping on the cars and them attacking the individuals. We saw videos of them attacking people of any race, any color. Okay, so although they're saying that this is because they're tired of the actual situation and they want to change things, we've seen quite a lot of hate towards minorities, okay, towards small communities in the UK. And it seems like the peaceful protest that happened at the very beginning has been hijacked by some individuals that are violent and that they are extreme, and they're using this as an opportunity to basically express their political views. So at the moment, the police is trying to intervene the best they can. Although when we had protests in Leeds, they say that they should respect the police. These immigrants from Romania should respect the police. Well, I think they're Romanians. Yeah. Now, these protesters are actually attacking the police and also draining the resources because they're spending it on protecting private property and avoiding more conflict between different communities, right? So there's quite a lot of contradiction here from both sides, mainly from the side of the current protesters and rioters at the moment. And it seems like the situation is deteriorating. But these things have happened before in the UK, and things calm down after some time, after a period. But as I said before, there is a solution to all this, which is stop intervening in foreign countries. And also, once you stop that and you start trading fairly with these developing countries, or third world countries, as many people call them, that's when people would like to stay in the country, because there are jobs, because there will be opportunities for them to raise their family or to have a life back in the country. So, I mean, it seems like it's getting worse, but everything could have stopped suddenly. So let's see what happens. And as always, I'll continue informing you. If you don't see the videos on TikTok, go straight to YouTube.